Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Trace and you're watching Earth Star. Welcome to a pick a card for the solstice. It's all about the southern hemisphere that is going through the winter, the dark rest reflection kind of energy, or the summer energy, which is the northern hemisphere, which is that beautiful, powerful turning point into warmth, enthusiasm, being seen, stepping up, and also just sort of coming out and collaborating with those around you. So I'm going to draw a card for each. Okay, the southern hemisphere, which is the longest day, is a powerful turning point of the year for the wheel of the year. So let's see what's coming through for the the southern hemisphere, which is winter. I disconnect to reconnect. Awesome. And then the summer side, which is now the northern hemisphere. Let's see what's coming through for you with the wheel turning and emerging and those blessings are waiting for you, getting out into the new season with confidence, waking up, celebrating to see what the new section has got for you. I give myself credit for the progress I've made. Now I love that because each one is giving you a nice little message to hook in. So if you're living in the northern hemisphere, you are going into summer, and if you're living in the southern hemisphere, you're going into winter. Excuse those birds. Those are birds making a hell of a noise outside, giving us the blessing of nature. And I love it because, you know, when we go into this turning wheel, we are not, especially for the winter season, you're not going from into darkness, you're going into incubation, which is disconnecting, so you can reconnect going into the summer again. And the summer, you are now, you've taken the time, you've rested, and you're now looking for a chance to step up and to give yourself the credit for the progress you've made. And I hope you did that in your resting time in the season of the winter. So let's put summer away. We'll get back to your card now. We're going through to the southern hemisphere, which is reflection, wisdom that comes to you in this darkness. And I love this. It says, I disconnect to reconnect. Even though I sometimes seek distractions, I now choose to unplug. And it's very hard for all of us. You're on this path that is exchange. You have to put in to get out. You have to go to a job. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just go into a bear cave and just put all our food in there and hibernate and just do what we like? But this is saying that mentally you can do that every single day. You give yourself the permission to disconnect. You don't have to be running out there and, you know, doing all the summer things that you can do. You're now giving yourself permission to step away from the screens, to reconnect with yourself and create space for yourself. And I love this word, inner quiet. And you tune into your own thoughts and feelings. And as you're present in your own life, you unplug, it becomes easier when you're unplugging, and you find more joy in that world because you're disconnecting in order to reconnect after these couple of months have gone by. So let's leave your card there. Now I'm going to draw some tarot cards just to get some messages for you. And you know, in this space that we are in now, it is a beautiful alignment, no matter what season you're in. If you are in the southern hemisphere and you're feeling, oh gosh, I don't want to be here in this darkness, it's empty, it's not nice, it's not. It's time for you to incubate. It's time for you to get into a almost like a commitment space so that you can align better with yourself. And I'm now using the light in the dark tarot. So the light in the dark tarot is going to give us some messages here, and I'm going to just shuffle a couple of things. So I'm going to ask, you know, what has come full circle? What has come full circle that you have reached in this time? So what in your life has come full circle that you can now look at it and reach it? You've got the Queen of Wands, okay? Right, and then the next section would be, what energy are you going to embrace in this rest? What energy will you embrace in this rest? And you have Ace of Wands. That's interesting. In the bottom of the deck, you have the Moon. Yes, I love that. So if you look at the Queen of Wands here, she's giving the wisdom to contemplate what you've done in your life. Where have you got to? She's the queen that is very creative. She is connecting with her creative side. She's definitely the sacral chakra. She isn't usually associated with the rest. She's a Wands queen. She's out there and she's absolutely slaying life. She's out there to slay. But this is now taking you back to yourself. This is now taking you back to your rest and where you need to be taking that contemplation time. Now, as I said, all queens are nurturing. Okay, queens are usually nurturing, but this Queen of Wands, she isn't the one to sit on her laurels. She likes to get out there and get things into play. So if you are feeling, oh no, I'm in winter now and I don't really want to rest, I need to be you're sort of getting into my power. Use this power to recharge. Introduce yourself to passions in your life that are your routines, that are your daily life routines, that actually helps you to maybe get back to who you are. And this Queen of Wands is that energy of nurturing yourself, joining a class, starting a creative project, looking for your own well-being. And when you actively pursue that kind of a passion in your life, you get interesting rewards, because she is about finding and prioritizing stuff that can spark you up again, and so you can love your life again. And this Ace of Wands goes so nicely with that, because the aces are usually a new project. It's a new beginning. It's getting into the start of something. So what Spirit has given you here is that when you are at the beginning of the season, the wheel is now turned, right? You're going into the darkness, and as this wheel turns, blessings guide you to the next season. So if you take the time to just sit with yourself, if you disconnect, you've got the bottom of the deck, you've got the moon here, and the moon is usually, see how they're reflecting each other. Look how they are reflecting. They're looking into each other's eyes, and they're reflecting their own energy, which is sometimes scary, because you don't really want to face the little demons that are inside of you. But the moon card is also a card to say to you that when you do that, but you take the time to reflect, you could be clearer on what it is that you want to be doing in your life, the new beginnings. And you know, possibly this season could trigger you because you are on the go the whole time. Oh, I didn't put my lights on. Isn't that interesting? I'm putting my lights on now as we talk, because we are in the dark. So now the light's coming on. So this is the Ace of Wands saying to you that you can accelerate yourself into good vibes in this sort of breaking down season. You can broaden your horizons in a different way. You don't have to be out there doing creative things. So I think this is also, if you run out of ideas, let's say you are so tired from the summer season, and you know, the free flowing doesn't stop. Your life doesn't stop. It's going over and over again. So this Ace of Wands is giving you that fire element energy to direct yourself to where you should be going, looking at the concepts that you should be doing, and look out for sort of motivational signs that you feel inside of you. And if you want to travel, if it's a time for you to travel, this is also a card for travel, to relax and go out there and enjoy your vacations. And if you're in a part of the southern hemisphere where there's snow and maybe you feel a little bit trapped, maybe it's time for you to go into the southern hemisphere and have a bit of a travel. But I think if you're looking at this personally, if you're looking at this as a message for you know, what wisdom can you get out of this darkness, and where will it guide you to the next season? I think this is definitely saying to you, be very observant of what comes up for you now in this time of rest, because in this time of rest, you are going to find some space to be spontaneous maybe the next time you come around, because this moon card says to you that perhaps you are a little bit you haven't got courage to get out there. You're not very conscious of your journey. You're so worried about that journey of yours. The moon card comes along with this fear in place, and because it's in the bottom of the deck, it's a shadow part of your life. So perhaps there's a side of you that is saying yes to something, but you are a little bit too tired to do it. Perhaps you are wanting to be creative, but you know, you're booking this last minute thing, and then when the time comes and you want to go out and you want to have your excitement out there, you're like, oh, I really don't feel like doing that. So this is a time to just, you know, stay home, see to your head, have a pampered day for yourself, you know, create something at home and say yes to something that you've never tried before. And you can have the courage to do it now, because your queen is giving you that spontaneous inviter energy to just get the spark and get it for yourself. I think that is awesome. So let's see what your bloom card says. I'm going to bring in your blessing message now, and then this is what wisdom comes from the darkness. What is this this energy want to bring in for you? The solstice turning point. What blessing does it want to bring in for you? What energy should you be resting with? Is another one of the questions here. You should be resting in the energy of confidence. You should be resting in the blessings that last through the season. Just put those straight again, and let's see what's going to guide you into the next season. And we have bamboo, bend but don't break. Now I've definitely got that feeling for you in the beginning of this. The messages that were coming through were very much feeling like you were at the time of your life where you don't have any emphasis, you don't have any push. So this is a perfect time for you to disconnect, and this is saying to you, bend but don't break. So the time out that you are taking, the time out that you are out there and enjoying yourself and really just relaxing, is definitely a time for you to say, I am not going to push myself too far, because even though I am on the go the whole time, your messages are giving me this, I'm on the go, I have to get things done. There is no time for winter. I can't break down. Bend, but don't break. And you've got this bamboo swaying in the breeze here. And you remember bamboo is always flexible, always resilient to the flow. And the winds that come, it still flows in it. So it's not going to, this winter season is not going to ruin you, but it is going to give you inspiration. And this is a reminder to just realize that you're so much stronger than you realize. Stop fighting against the wind. Instead of moving against it, rather take this season to find something new inside of you. And that is the disconnection that Spirit has given you. Just like bamboo, you be flexible and you trust that the power comes to you in these challenges. So just ask yourself today, where are you resisting the wind? And how can you dance through the breeze? And I think this beautiful ace and queen here is saying to you, take that time to just do what you need to do. It's about you. The season is about you. It's disconnecting from all the fears that make you think, oh, I can't go down that path, or there isn't something for me along there. I've been along that road before. It's so difficult. I'm so tired of trying out that. This is Spirit saying to you now, you've got a lot that is making you bend. You've got a lot that's going on for you, and you just need to just regroup with yourself and find that courage again, find that confidence again, because this Queen of Wands, she is just confident. You can see she's holding a sunflower, and her energy in your question of what has come full circle that I need to sort of get to this time of my life. I've come to a stage in my life when I need to remember who I am, and that is what Spirit wants you to do. Awesome. I'm actually just going to pull a little clarification card on what that is. So Spirit, can you give me a little bit more information about this Queen of Wands? What section of the life? Oh, you've got 6 of Wands. Ooh, all these wands here. All these wands here, Power One. Southern Hemisphere. Oh, you've got the Ace of Wands twice. And I think Spirit is just saying to you, listen, I'm not joking. And then you've got the Knight of Wands. That is just crazy. So Wands is action energy, and what Spirit is saying to you, don't have doubt on yourself here. You can do this. You've got it. You've got the courage. You've got the form that the Queen has given you here. Just remember who you are. And I think that's a very powerful message there about this Queen. It's just remembering who you are, because it seems like you've really forgotten. You've really forgotten how amazing you are and what you are capable of. And I think also with this Queen of Wands is when you are in that confidence, you fearlessly take up space. And to me, it feels like you don't even know how to get past that fear. It feels like you are dulling yourself. So this is a beautiful message for you, Power One, Southern Hemisphere. Disconnect to reconnect. Find your passion again. Now, if you are not a queen and you're watching this, it doesn't mean anything. This is just the energy of the card. The queen is the energy. It's the nurturing energy. We all have a masculine and feminine in us. And we all have a queen inside of us. So it's that finding that courage, but nurturing yourself and those around you. And the Queen of Wands is also, if you're looking at job-wise, she's the one that's the actress. She's the one that lives her life to the full. She's the one that's always starting new projects. She is the one that everybody goes to. So if that feels like you aren't that person anymore, Spirit is giving you the 6 of Wands here to say you will find it this solar season. And I think that is what you need to hear, because at the end of the day, you are ending off a year, a season of, what is the word I want to say? Blessings, when you actually wish yourself into this section. So just remember that the solstice is a turning point. It's not an ending. So you're releasing right now. You are going into a part of your life that is bringing back what you've always had. And that is what, who else could, you couldn't wish for anything better. So I think the energy that might be leaving you right now is definitely bringing you in the light for the new season. So take this whole season to just step into your power again. I feel that you need to be your own hero. You need to get back into your power again. Find what resonates for you. Just grab those opportunities that come your way. And get back that, I just feel so exhausted with this power. It really gives me that energy of exhaustion. So I'm sending you so much love, pile 1, and I hope that you find your reconnection of who you are. And this moon card is just giving me that beautiful energy. The energy to validate yourself again, to look deeper, to look for the answers that have been probably stagnant for years and years and years in your life. So, you can't see the bigger picture in your life, but I think all you can live for right now is to tune into your moral compass, to your values, and to find a way to not suppress anything, any difficulties. Bend but don't break. So get to the stage where you are not spinning out of control. You're actually linked to the release, and to release the burden so you can reconnect with yourself again. This is a very big card here. Oh, this is so awesome. And I think when you are reflecting on that in this time of darkness, it's a time to view other people as one in your life, to see how they fit in for you. And I think that is also part of the story as well, is to see how everybody else fits into your life and who you need to disconnect from. So let's read this again. Even though I sometimes look for distractions, I now choose to unplug. I give myself permission to disconnect. I step away from the screens. I create space for my inner quiet, and I tune into my own thoughts and feelings. I am present in my own life. Unplugging becomes easier. I find joy in my world, and I disconnect to reconnect. Awesome. Let me know how you're doing in your pile, and I'll chat to you in the next reading. Take care. Oh, sorry, pile 1. I've put my cards away and I forgot to give you an angel whisper card. Let's have a look to see what your angel whisper card is. Let's check it out. Oh, you've got one jumping out there, and it says 1818 optimism, angel whispers. Successful manifestation of your abundance is near. Higher levels of optimism are needed as a new abundant beginning are on the horizon. Oh, wonderful. Brighter days always come after the darkest of nights. So this is so relevant, because that Ace of Wands that came out twice for you, and this is the Queen of Wands energy. So the bottom of the deck was your moon, saying to you that everything is in perfect order. So enter into the next chapter with my journey of connected to the abundance that is near. And that's exactly what Spirit gave you in your message, that's so near. You just have to disconnect to find it again. Love that for you. Take care. Okay, pile 2. Now we are now into the northern hemisphere, which is going into summer, which is all about waking up, celebrating the warmth, the enthusiasm, being seen, stepping up, celebrating how far you've come. And this is absolutely perfect for this kind of reading. It says here, I give myself credit for the progress I've made. So stepping up and concentrating and celebrating how far you come is what summer is all about. Going into that full bloom. It's returning to it. It's harnessing what you did and what you took in the resting season, what you hibernated in, and now you've gone, you know what, I actually am not doing so badly in my life. So even when I question I've made even enough progress, I choose to focus on how far I've come. I take a moment to look back and I honor my journey. I've been through so much and I'm grateful for my growth. I am where I'm meant to be. To create a bright future, I give myself credit for the progress I've made. Isn't that awesome? So for those of you who are in the northern hemisphere, and you've probably been through snow and blizzards and really difficult times, to welcome back the summer is like gold. It's bringing in that warmth. It's bringing in the blessings of the blooms. So I'm going to be drawing 2 cards for you from my tarot deck, which I'm using the light and the dark tarot. So let's see what's coming through for you. What are you leaving behind as this wheel turns? What are you leaving behind in the darker season? What are you leaving behind from the rest, from the disconnecting? What are you leaving behind, pile 2? What are you leaving behind? And we have the Ace of Wands, right? And then what is light returning? What light is returning to you right now? And how can you get through this season? What light is coming for you? How can you nurture it? What light is coming to you and how can you nurture that? You've got the King of Swords. Oh, this is awesome. And your bottom of the deck you have the King of Pentacles. Wow, this energy is crazy. So the Ace of Wands actually came up for pile 1 as well, and telling them that when they disconnect, they find that enthusiasm, and that's what happens going forward. But this is saying to you, as the wheel is turning, you are now going out of the Ace of Wands energy, and this leaving behind energy is saying to you that what you thought was for you, you've realized in your time out and your progress that you made in those darker months, and that meditation time, and those resting times, and the times where you were forced to stay home or not take part in life, or just be more guided to who you are by taking time out with your family and staying bound to home. And you know, when you're sitting in that space, you are gentle, you are slower, you are quieter, you are healing, you're waiting. And that's when you realize, you know what, I might have been going for the wrong things. I'm reminded that the darkness that I was in there in the winter has shown me the light. And this is what I see in this Ace of Wands for you. And in that, your next card is what light is returning, what I can nurture, what can I grab onto going forward. You've got the King of Swords. Now the King of Swords, you've got two kings actually, and this is the energy of being in control of something. The king energy is just the archetype of getting to a stage in your life where you are so blessed to be in that space where you are in control of something. And the swords are your communications, your thoughts. So the progress that you've made, what you've realized doesn't fit for you, you've now got to a stage where you can actually speak your mind, and you're saying to everybody out there, or you're putting your best foot forward. You're going, that is not the plan for me. This is my plan. I am not going to be quiet anymore. I am going to be absolutely invested in myself, in my communications. I'm not going to sit back and slink into the dark anymore. And that's what the King of Swords tells me here. He's telling me here that whatever you've thought was unfair in your life, whatever you thought didn't fit for you, you have now got fairness back in your life. And right now you are in that heat, and you're in that noise, and you're in that enthusiasm of life where it's just going to spin for you and go, this is the way I'm supposed to be going. I'm finding out what's important. I know exactly the way I'm heading. And I love that, because that's what the king is saying to you here. And you know, when you go through a stage in your life where you feel like you're wasting, and you've wasted and wasted. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the Ace of Wands in your position of what you need to leave behind. Usually the Ace of Wands is grabbing any opportunity and getting out there and being absolutely setting light on. See this firefly on the flower. It's growth. It's getting out there. But you're leaving behind what doesn't fit anymore. Isn't that awesome? And I love that. So my little angel fell over here. And that's just saying to you that what you can build on is how you can feel when you've got your mind right. Your mind is right now. That is back to your intuition. That is back to the course of action that you should have been in a long time ago. And I think that is what has been lacking in your life. So when you embrace this sword energy, you're embracing your mental health. You are smoking out all the hypocrites around you. You are relaxing. It's almost like you are forced to be reckoned with. And you can have a look at him, the way he's standing there. He is standing there with his sword of communication, his sword of truth. He has not been taken for a fool. And I think this is saying to you that you can't build a long-term future with short-term thinking. And that might have been happening for you in the winter months, where you were so worried about certain things in your life. And I think with this King of Coins here, at the bottom here, it's even better for you, because now this is in your tangible life. This is said to you now, I am absolutely ruling my connection with myself. I am in my work life, and my home life, and everything to do with what you can feel, see, hear, and touch. It's just that energy of, I am back, people. This is what this is giving me. Don't mess with me. And I don't want to swear on the channel, but it's like, don't mess with me. This is where I am now. And this is saying you've made it. You're the king of your realm. So this is what your spiritual bottom energy is, which is the shadow energy. It doesn't feel like you realize it. And I think this is why you got your card. I give myself credit for the progress I've made. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And this is the time for you to get your power back, to come back to how far you've been, how you can prove yourself, how many obstacles you've got through. And this is the time to use your power now, and just go full speed ahead. And this is not a burden for you, because this power you've got now is great. Sometimes they say the crown, the weight of the crown is quite heavy. This is not for you. This is now saying to you now that you can reassure yourself that, Spider-Man said, with great power comes great responsibility. Well, you are ready for that. So I think, don't feel this is a burden right now. Don't feel that this is now, oh gosh, like, I can't do this. I don't know what I'm doing. Please don't feel like that, because Spirit has given you two kings here to say that go for it. Honor your life. This is the legacy that you're going to be building for yourself. And that is what you can bask in right now. That powerful, unseen fellowship that has been standing shoulder to shoulder with you, your family. You are pushing yourself forward. You've done so much work in your home. You've done so much work in your life. And you know, these two here, here you've got the Earth King, which refers to Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And here you've got the Mind King, which refers to Libra, Aquarius, and what is the last air sign? Gemini. So if you've got anybody around you like that, pushing you on the sidelines saying, go for it, go for it. You could be partners, it could be your bosses. It's all just to say, you know what, power is not for the faint-hearted, and you need to see how strong you are and how far you can get with this. Phew, this is awesome for you. So I'm going to be drawing you your blessing card now, and this is coming in just to give you a little blessing message, just to say, what is the solstice blessing for you? What is coming through for, what is a lasting blessing from the solstice coming in? And we have humility, detach from ego. Oh, I love that, because both these kings, that is so interesting. Both the kings that have come through, and you've got gratitude at the bottom of the deck, have a bit of an ego situation with them. You know, it's quite difficult for you to be in your own power when you've got so much ego floating around in the earth, and people don't like people in control. So if you're out there and you are experiencing this energy of the king, which is, I'm in control of my life, I'm secure, I'm stable, I'm mentally happy, I'm so wealthy with beyond measure, people don't like that energy from those around them. So if you're feeling, if you could be rejected with that, detach from the ego. You deserve this. This is what Spirit has given you here. Detach from the ego. So humility is about recognizing that every single thing you contribute to your life, every single contribution is building your legacy, as I said to you, and it's a tapestry. So you are no more or no less than any other being, but this is your life. You need to be proud of who you are. There's nothing wrong with being proud, but be careful. Don't let it push you to the fact that you are a little bit too puffy in the chest to say, oh, well, I'm better than anybody else. No, this is to say, be humble about it, because it reminds you to respect yourself and treat others how you wish to be treated. And I think in this Ace of Wands here, of in the question of, you know, what can you leave behind? Because now you're moving into the light as the wheel is turning. That is also part of that. I think it's also a sign to say to you that when you are pushing yourself into a corner that doesn't fit anymore, when you're pushing yourself on a journey that doesn't belong to you, it's also humility, because you have to admit to yourself, no, that's not working for me anymore. So this is a sign for you to step up and take control of who you are, but also know that, ask yourself that question, where in life have I been leading with my ego rather than my heart? And this feels like this here, this Ace of Wands is very much part of that, because you've been pushing for, and you know, I understand that, because if you've put so much energy into something, it could be a marriage, it could be a job, it could be a friendship. This is saying, leave that behind. If you know it's wrong, pile 2, make sure that you know it. I'm actually going to draw a card to see what this is pertaining to part of your life. Can you give me some more information about this Ace of Wands, please, angel, spirits, guides? For pile 2 here, the northern hemisphere, going into summer. What is this Ace of Wands? What is this leaving behind here? What do they need to leave behind? Oh, that's interesting. I like that. Oh, I love that. Oh, okay, I understand this now. Oh, look at this. And they're all pentacles. That's so strange, because pile 1 was all wands. So what this is saying to you is that it's money. It's about your money. You're so worried about retirement. You're so worried about leaving a legacy, and you are pushing. This reminds me, it's such a Capricorn type of energy, which is the King of Coins' earth energy, that you've pushed so hard for something to work, and it wasn't working. So I hope I'm on the right track there with you. But give yourself credit for much progress you've made. You've made progress. You've learned. You've got memories of it. You've got experience in it. It doesn't matter if you let it go, if you can let that go. So you can understand that peace comes to you when you actually realize, I understood this now. I'm holding on to something I shouldn't, because the Four of Pentacles is about holding on because you're afraid to lose it. And then the Ten of Pentacles is saying you will be so much richer for it, because this is not your path. That's so interesting. Wow, pile 2, that is such a lovely message. I'm going to end off with the Angel Whisper card for you. Whoops, they all went flying. Let me just grab them up. Hold on. They all wanted to give you messages there, and there you go, flying out the bottom. It says 000 guidance. You have full support from the divine. The guidance you are seeking is here, and your life is moving in the right direction. This is the start of new beginnings, where one cycle ends and a new one begins. And here's your affirmation. I trust in the magic of new beginnings. I feel the support and guidance that is all around me. Now, pile 2, this is exactly what I felt for you. I felt that there is just something that you needed to give up, and that is what you need to be leaving behind. And you know, what are you leaving behind? It's something that just doesn't fit you anymore. It does. This Nine of Pentacles is a card to say to you, you've made it. You've got to where you need to be going. So stop pushing yourself. And if you are ready for retirement, this is the time to retire, because you've built your legacy, and take that and detach from the ego of what is keeping you back, and remain humble at all times. Your new path is starting. Grab that by the horns, and just run with it. I feel so strongly about that. And your bottom of the deck here, there is so much to be grateful for. So I feel that there have been outside influences for you to say, keep going, we need more money, we need to keep on doing that. No, pile 2, your message coming through, the biggest message you can do right now is to leave behind what you're pushing that doesn't work. So I love that for you, pile 2. I hope that is resonating for you. And leave me a message. I'd love to know how you're doing. And give me a thumbs up if you like what you see. Take care, and I'll chat to you soon.